Oh my gosh, a whole trailer full of makeup? Oh, sorry, I don't use that brand.
The Gilded Chris? What a narcissist. Don't get me wrong, I still want one. In retrospect, I probably shouldn't have asked that question.
Maybe the monster won't look for me in here. I love Izzy. Not like love, but I think she's amazing. I just wish she'd notice me and not that dumb monster. How can I compete with it? Sure, we're both big and we both eat a lot, but it's really tall.
What was I thinking? Duncan is so right. I like Jeff, but hello, I also like $1,000,000.
Duncan's right. It's time to get our head in the game. Booyah!
I'm not just another gorgeous face and abs and butt and shoulders, okay? I'm also a master strategist. And this year, I'm in it to win it.
That's what makes Trent such a great boyfriend. He's always thinking of others. It's one of the things I love about him. That and Trent's exceptional powers of observation.
Boy, am I ever glad I didn't go on that diet. Being big can really have its advantages. You know, like when you're trying not to be captured by an animatronic monster. For example, that's just off the top of my head. My mom says I eat when I'm upset and happy and tired. Not to mention bored, gassy, morose, joyous, comatose, semi-conscious, avuncular. Avuncular.
Did you see that? The dude ate foam core and wax. Full props for that, man.
Way to find the key, dude. I used to think Owen was just some party dude, but he's really a stand-up guy. Party on! I could have done that, you know. I just wasn't hungry.
Oh, wait. There's still one more.
You know what that boy has? Guts. Guts full of foam, core, and rubber. But guts just the same.
I am so over that monster.
My, plumbing's been clogged ever since I ate all those fake food props. Pressure buildup's killing me. Come on, Colin. Don't fail me now. Oh, I hear bells.
I love the scene in Alien Chunks where they turn the aliens into fruity blended drinks. I even have the necklace.
I've already told that skinny little tadpole that things between us aren't meant to be. Guess he can't get over the lusciousness that is Lashana.
I'm pretty sure Lashana isn't over me yet. I see the way she looks at me, like she's unpantsing me with her eyes. Her beautiful brown eyes, like chocolate almond. Oh.
Even though Heather can be really mean, that doesn't mean we should be mean back, right? Buddha says you can lead a sheep to water, but you can't make it nice.
That is so deep.
I wasn't worried about Chef, alien costume or not. I mean, I did place second last year. I know exactly what I'm doing.
In any alien flick, the kissing couple's always the first to go. There's no way Romeo and Juliet are gonna ruin my chances at $1,000,000 big ones.
I may not be the best looking guy, or the best dressed, or the most buff, but I get my butt kicked a lot, so my senses are totally heightened. I can sense when something's coming. Nothing gets by me.
Oh, man. I didn't think I was gonna make it. But these bowels never let me down. Great job, guys. Oh, I think there's more. Coming through!
Ever since my head was shaved last season, my hair is growing in all patchy and uneven. I have tried everything. Lotions, lasers, traditional Burmese medicine. Oh, loser shaman!
You know what? Models are people too. We stare at them, but they've got feelings just like the rest of us. They've got hopes and dreams. My dream is to marry Justin. My mom says that if I concentrate really hard, one day, all of my dreams will come true.
Duncan is always acting like such a tough guy. Ooh, you got a mohawk. Oh, you're so tough, bud. Yeah, hairspray's really manly. I love seeing Gwen stick it to Duncan. She's so awesome. I'd do anything for her.
I know this is gonna sound really girly, but I was seriously touched when Trent chose my necklace over the egg. Most guys would have gone for the win.
I know exactly who's gonna get it this week.
2 words, Bridget and Jeff.
At least they'll have each other.
At first, I thought he was talking to the crew, not us. I was really hoping they'd replace Chris the Creep with a nicer host this time around. Is that mean? Sorry.
I can't believe she just went ahead and chose Duncan. I mean, they're kind of alike. And now she wants to be on the same team? What am I supposed to make of that? You think you know a person.
The beautiful? What, was Trent trying to tick me off by picking Lindsay like that? You think you know a person?
It's about time someone realized who's the most valuable player here. I mean, seriously, people.
How do you choose between flakier and flakiest? At least Owen got farther in the last game. That's worth something. Dude, I don't know. I had to pick someone.
It's so great to be free from Heather. I can totally contribute more and stuff. I have a lot of unwrapped potential, you know.
I am hereby forming Local 1 of United Workers Against Chris. Who's with me, everybody?
I've been working on my courting skills. Yep, I've mastered girl whispering.
As annoying as hanging around Harold would be, he'll make an easy-to-persuade Alliance member. And right now, Milady needs all the help she can get.
I've got to admit, I see a bit of myself in DJ, but I had to develop the macho in myself without somebody like me helping. This is gonna be fun.
If only making friends with a guy as gorgeous as Justin was as easy as making these bracelets.
I'm very protective of my buttocks. They provide me with the low center of gravity that is the key to my many mad skills. You could say they're my hugest asset. Check it! I can juggle my Magic Steve's magical trading cards.
I wanted to tell him he looked like a surfing god. Instead, I said,
Chris actually told us the truth for once? What's next? Being treated with actual respect?
Little Trent, man's up. Wow, even I had goosebumps. And there wasn't a mirror for miles.
Yeah, I bet I know Lashana's real nickname back home. La Bamba.
Prima ballerine, no.
2 words. Funky. What? I loved it.
The thing is, if Gwen wants to win, why is it unethical for me to help her? I'm Trent first and a killer grip second. Oh, can we erase that? Confession might be good for the soul. It's not so good for the teamwork.
I like Trent. A lot. But I don't want to be responsible for this much mental distress.
Let's just say I'll do anything to win. Anything. Ooh, Beth, I love it. I was thinking, Beth, it could be really good for us if we were in an alliance.
Wow, dude is as crafty as he is good looking. Maybe we're related. He wishes.
No, Chris. No, I don't.
My mad skills are leaching out of me. I can feel it. My mojo isn't sweat-proof.
Sweet. Think I just scored a few extra bonus points.
And we're back to 0 on the relationship scale. Not that anyone's counting. I mean, besides Trent. Oh, darn humidity! What you think you looking at? Nothing to see here.
Back home, my peeps and I look out for each other. Harold may be small and strange, but that boy is still my peep. I've got my eye on Duncan.
Oh, I love horsies. Justin told me I looked like one. He's so great.
I spent 3 summers at Medieval Steve's medieval camp. We learned to joust, ride horses, and how to look manly in tights. It's harder than it looks.
Who says a Western has to end with a guy and his horse? This is the movies. The guy always gets the girl. Meaning me.
What was that?
Stupid!
Break a leg? That's what Trent says to me as I'm about to plummet 100 feet?
Stupid, stupid!
Acceleration equals mass times the gravitational constant occasional equational. Not good, people. Not good.
Stupid, stupid, stupid! If I'm gonna have any chance with Gwen, I've got to find some way to help her out.
He's throwing challenges for me again. I do not want to win this way.
Finally, I think I did good. Man, girls are complicated. Utterly adorable. Oh, stupid. I'm totally blowing it again. I have cow udders on my head. Stupid $1,000,000.
Okay, this has to stop. Why can't Trent just play fair?
What girl doesn't love it when a dude helps her out? Holds a door, opens a pickle jar, helps her win $1 million competition.
I just found out I have a new neck modeling contract. Apparently I have excellent tendons. See? Check it out. You like that?
I can get out of this anytime.
G? Like for Gwen? Trent wants to brand himself with my initial. This has gone way too far.
Stupid. Haha, thanks.
I'd like one good reason why that punk-haired, skull-shirted wannabe keeps picking on poor Harold.
You want to know why I pick on Harold? Here's a hint. She's about yay tall, has beautiful brown hair, and could tear you limb from limb. No, it's not a bear. It's Courtney. Harold got Courtney booted last season. Yep, payback's a...
Rule number 1, do not wake Owen's beast within first thing in the morning.
Ever since the whole awful Trent thing went down, I've just been waiting for karma to bite me in the butt. But what could I do? He was my weakness, my Achilles heel. We all have one. Luckily, Heather has a whole bunch of useful ones. Glittery objects, new hair products, shameless flattery.
Talk about overkill. This place is plenty prison-like already. Not that I'm complaining. I mean, I should probably be locked up for the lady's sake anyways.
I know I owe the grips because of Trent's cheating, but even if we forget Lindsay's shampoo incident, last night she nearly hurled because Lashawna's gum smelled too minty fresh. How am I gonna puke before that?
Everybody knows more wars have been won with the shovel than with the sword. Give a man a hole and what does he have? Nothing. But give a man a shovel and he can dig a hole to contain the nothing.
I was imagining every horrifying, barf-worthy thing I could. Drinking the janitor's mop water. The time my brother puked on my neck on the tilt-a-whirl. When I was babysitting and the dog ate the kids' diapers and then licked my face. But nothing was working.
Who knew Chef was such a softie? But I can't argue with the man. I got a gift. More spice. I love my mama.
Classic prison madness. And that shovel thing? Heck, everyone knows. First day of prison, break something over some big dude's back. Then nobody messes with you. I'm kinda scared of Gwen now. And kind of attracted to her. Don't tell Lashawna, or Heather, or Gwen.
What choice did I have? If my team knew the truth, I'd be toast.
Voting for Gwen? Yeah, that hurt. I'm not saying Heather was right, but something must have gone off for Gwen, smacking Harold upside his sweet little head like that. Girl wasn't right. And when you're not right, you're wrong.
Thing is, if Gwen had stayed in the game, according to prison rules, I'd either have to break a shovel over her head or fall in love with her. Obviously, neither option was feasible.
My vote plus Lashawna and Harold's equals the greatest day of my life. Bye-bye, Gwenny.
Definition of lousy? Being a stickler for your word and having to vote yourself off. Whoever's in charge of karma, I hope that counts for something.
I hate doctors. They just get off on telling people stuff they don't want to hear, like don't pick at that scab, or if you eat nothing but pickled eggs, you'll die. Hey, don't tell me what I can't eat. Now, playing doctor, I can handle.
I could be a doctor if I wanted to. I have plenty of hands-on experience, because I've contracted more than 300 known diseases. And I've been cured of nearly all of them. But there is no known vaccine for loving Lashawna.
I am so glad to be back. I was top of my pre-med class before the RCMP started chasing me, so this should be a snap! And Owen is just the sweetest thing ever! If he were a candy bar, he'd taste just like caramel-covered marshmallows!
It's totally awesome that Izzy is back. Yeah, it's like Christmas, but with pizza. It's Pizzamas.
I love pizza, but me and Derry do not agree. And brother, you do not want to be around for that.
I could have forced them to stay, but it's not like they'll help us win. I mean, in medical terms, please. Those two will only come in handy if the challenge is about piercings or plus-size shopping. As in me, duh.
How could Lashana even talk to Duncan? He's a worthless punk. Or my name isn't Harold Norbert Cheever Doris McGrady V. Please don't tell Duncan about the Doris part.
I know it's meant to be dangerous and all, but it's still a TV show. No way they'd actually let somebody up and die in here, am I right?
You'd think we wouldn't, but just imagine the ratings.
I take a practical approach to life and to this game. Namely, if someone is too nice to you, there has got to be a reason. And you just know it ain't gonna be pretty.
How could you? That's the lowest, meanest, dirtiest. Gosh! Well, that's the last secret you're gonna get from this guy. Now you'll never know about my teapot collection, or the fact that I wear a wizard's cape when I play solitaire. Izzy thinks she's so cool, but did she spend 3 whole entire summers at Magic Steve's magic camp? Allow me to demonstrate my mad magic skills by producing the Ace of Spades! Hey, how did that get in there?
You see those little bumps back there? Those are totally a spine. I'm not a follower. Like at cheerleading, I'm right in the middle of the pyramid. And when all my sisters and I decide on something, like where to go shopping or whatevs, I'm always the third vote. That's not... Oh. Well, I can change. If that's okay with you guys.
Arms are good. They throw things, feed you things. There's something to put in your sleeves. And if there's one thing I learned in home ec class, always listen to the dude with the knives.
Can I just tell you that felt so delicious? It was almost better than being pretty. Well, almost. I am really grooving on this suggesting business. I think it totally fits me. With Trent out of the game, I'm kind of leading my team. How do you like me now, Heather?
Okay, I bought a lot of junk off late night infomercials, but I ain't buying that.
My hair is already a total disaster. It's been 3 weeks since I had a trim. Split ends city. How much worse could it get?
I give up. There's no way I'll get that skincare line endorsement now. Oh, not so silky smooth.
Did Owen actually break his jaw? That's so tragic. Owen lives to eat.
Owen is my buddy. He's the only one who truly gets me. If something happens to Owen, I'll be stuck with my imaginary friends. And let's face it, I should have ditched them years ago. Yeah, Phil, I'm talking to you.
That's what release forms are for. Correct, Armando?
How cool would that be if I had gills? I really should have been born with gills. Life can be so unfair.
Seriously, I'm just not in the mood. Busting my hump for a bunch of snot-nosed. Don't I deserve a little me time?
I couldn't believe we were actually gonna drown. Did the producers lose their minds? But it would have been a pretty cool way to go on national TV and all.
I had it all under control. I work best under pressure. Ha! Pressure. Get it? Water pressure? I'm hilarious, even when my life is in danger.
That's what they call a prize? Right. All we need after today is a disaster-themed vacay.
I've always wanted to be a Marine. They're rough, tough, they wear rad boots and they say, hoo-ah! No clue what that means, but it just sounds so cool. Hoo-ah!
He said booby. I have had it with Duncan. I've been giving my all since day one. Then Mr. Too Cool to Care suddenly wakes up and everyone falls all over him. He might be standing tall after that first challenge, but the taller the mohawk, the harder it falls.
I'm not saying I voted for Izzy just because she said I'm not cute. Okay, it was just because of that. Thing is, Beth and Lindsay told me they were sending me home. So you see? I didn't lose my mojo. I just needed to shake things up with my new patented all-time lady-killing mega flip. I'm back, baby.
Ever since Lashana sold us all up the river for a day at the spa, I've finally come to see that she's only looking out for herself. Of course, if I looked like that, I'd probably just look at myself all day too. But she's a bad, selfish person. Bad. So bad.
The H-bombs, Harold and Heather, were so busy trying to figure out who's the world's biggest dweeb that they totally forgot I'm an experienced criminal. Frankly, it was a little insulting.
So I'm sitting in my orthodontist office, and Hunky McCuterson takes the seat opposite me. I grin at him, but he just thinks I'm making ouchy faces on account of the braces. Until I pull this baby out and spritz her on. Once something works that well, you don't let it out of your sight. Those total drama dirtbags have some nerve making me second place. They will definitely be hearing from my lawyer. Again.
All right, that was humiliating, but the extra support was nice.
It kills me that Lindsayet has all that hair on her head when it's her fault that I lost mine. I would have chopped it off, but all I had was a hairbrush. I have got to get me some hair. Not Lashawna's gross weave or Beth's pathetic ponytail, and I'm way too smart to be Lindsay blonde, but Courtney's, hers would be perfect. I'm just gonna borrow these, okay?
Duncan and I have our differences. For example, whereas I hate him, he can't stand me. But we're guys, and guys can put stuff like that aside for the sake of the team. We can also be standing up.
Courtney thinks she knows everything, but she doesn't know that when I was 12, my flat iron once accidentally set fire to my grandma's house. Twice!
I did not hook up with Gwen. Having Courtney back reminds me how much she drives me crazy. And how much she drives me crazy.
I watched the show. I know what I saw between Duncan and Gwen. Nothing gets past me.
I got some! Courtney's hair. Soon it will be mine. All mine. But I'm not crazy. I'm just bald.
They make us do a lot of horrible, humiliating things to each other on this show, and I haven't been very good at most of them. But when I knocked Heather off her high pedestal and made her fall into a pit of bubbling tar, well, that was my high point of the competition. Maybe my whole life.
I'm gonna win the million, but that shot of me standing atop the stone column is worth even more. It's gonna be an iconic image for the series. Hey, Lindsay was right about the tar. My skin does look even better.
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm scared of beavers. Especially fake prehistoric beavers.
It's like there were two Courtneys up there. The nut job I wanted to knock into the tar pit, and the hottie in the fur bikini.
Sure, Duncan has this primal animal magnetism, but he also makes me want to hit him where it hurts. Duncan got what was coming to him, and so did I. Lobster and Belgian chocolate.
Why do they always go for the Kiwis? Why?
I know everyone wanted to see Heather cut off Courtney's hair. Trust me, so did I. But the girl's got a kick-butt lawyer. Can't harm a hair on her head. See you next time, kiddies. Same Chris time, same Chris channel. Wasn't me.
Side with Lashawna? Are they finally coming around? That'd be like rolling up Christmas, Kwanzaa, Easter, Canada Day, and BOGO Day at the shoe store all into one. Sweet, sweet forgiveness.
Okay, so he meant like sports seating. I knew that. But if there was a gardening challenge, I would seriously kick butt. I mean, nobody can even touch my tomatoes.
Why couldn't the Olympic Committee just give the flipper a break? It was his big dream.
My heart can't be swayed by just any tattooed bad boy oozing danger out of every pore. I'm a fit and well-coiffed little package of pure competition.
Oh, she's a fit and well-coiffed little package, all right. But I'm not going there, even though I could. Remember what happened to Trent and Gwen? Ugly. Well, I don't know. The kid called me mama, and it threw me off my A game. Well, am I funny to you? Let me come over there and you can laugh to my face.
Play it for the camera? I just wanted to hide under the bleachers till the whole thing was over. Think anyone's ever done a slam dunk from under the bleachers? That'd be creative.
I know Lashawna dissed us.
Sure, Lashawna called me deluded.
But that cheer, well, we counted her out. But she showed us she had heart, guts, grit, and a bounce that won't stop.
Sounds like a sports movie. The thing is, she didn't totally shoot me down. Okay, she still has a hold on me. I can't help it. I'm a slave to love.
And that's the only million Lashana will ever see. My lawyers are working on it right now.
I always knew the producers were mean, but now I think they're actually trying to kill us. If you ask me, it's a conspiracy to... Ah!
I once was in a musical about the environment called The 3 R's. I was Recycle, and my best friend Marcy played Reduce. She paints her nails grapefruit just like me. Anyway, only 3 people showed up, and the director said it bombed, so yeah. I know a thing or two about bombs.
Now that I'm a hideously deformed circus freak, I have to rely on my brains to win this thing. You hear me, brain? Yeah, I'm speaking to you.
Nothing grips my wheel more than a chick with a furious spin heel flying jump kick. After that mixed martial arts display, Courtney shot way up on my "you're all right" meter.
For the record, what I gave Duncan would properly be classified as a pity hug. He was clearly scared out of his mind. Probably would have died of fright if I hadn't wrapped my arms around him. His little heart was beating so fast, so... No, pity hug. Pity hug, plain and simple.
Man, Courtney is this close to begging me to take her back. Just watch.
Beans have a lot of protein. And they're a major source of soluble fiber. Plus, they make you fart. Oh, I like beans.
I have had it with Lashana. Aged cheddar chick? If I were cheese, I'd be Caciocavallo Podolico, a rare cheese from Italy. Or Lancashire, not aged cheddar. Forget superpowers. Courtney's on a superpower trip. I don't know if Chris gets that our superpowers are fake. I mean, I can't really talk to plants. Hi, what's your name?
Like Chris is one to talk. He probably had dinner with that thing last night.
Lindsay may have won the first round, but I have the law firm of Fleckman, Cohen, and Strauss behind me. They'll make sure I win the million. Ugh! What is with all these out-of-office messages? What's with those mattresses? Oh, hello.
I'm not sure if it was the heat or Harold's burrito breeze, but seeing that boy as Captain Alberta made me feel a little lightheaded. Woo!
I'm giving Duncan a false sense of security. I'm just waiting for the right moment to strike. Hooga!
When my good looks went, so did my winning edge. But Courtney's still managing to kick butt, and she's not nearly as good looking as I am. Okay, as I was.
They're totally typecasting me as the ugly stepsister. But now that my braces are off, I'm absolutely princess material.
I have become the beast instead of the beauty. A prince turned into a frog. Did Courtney do that on purpose? No, she's not evil. She's just feisty. I like feisty. I like it a lot.
Hey, how do you know if you have a concussion? Is seeing double a bad sign?
Yours truly has developed some mad blind running skills.
There I was, down, dirty, and deafened. And I thought, WWCD. What would Courtney do? And then it came to me. She'd use her head.
My prince will buy me lots of hot dogs. My prince will love ponies too. It's from Lashana. Yo, Harold, if you play that skinny rich girl song and think about me, I'll have to kill you.
Falling for Courtney has been hard on the face. I think we'll have a no-shoes policy once we're dating.
For a mathlete, it was elementary. Ye old alien dragon was 6 meters from Justin and 3 meters from Duncan. They were running at approximately 12 kilometers an hour, or 3.3 meters, which made it a matter of timing. And I've got mad crazy timing skills.
All I meant was that Justin deserved to go home. I worked really hard at getting him to fall for me. It's called strategy. My feelings had nothing to do with Duncan getting voted off. As if I care about that. I don't. No one ever listens to me anymore since Courtney got here. What's so weird about Chris being buried alive? I felt really bad for Lindsay, but that was some pretty good thinking on Courtney's part. Safe and secure? Genius!
All you have to do is go to the provincial police headquarters. You can get all my info there.
Man, I am good.
Okay, so I felt a little guilty about taking advantage of Ow! I gotta admit, I was kind of curious to know where Lindsay was going with this. Listen, I'm obviously a little old for make-believe, but Courtney is not somebody I would have had over to my pretty pretend palace. Ever. She'd always want to be the daddy, the doctor, and the prime minister of all my dolls. And they won't like that one bit. I mean, wouldn't. If I still played with them, which I don't.
Why suspect Duncan? Any good detective knows 50% of the time, the husband or wife is who done it. The other 50% of the time, it's the guy with the mohawk. He's the killer. I love this thing.
I have to admit that I was still unsure about the whole murder thing. But Lindsay didn't have to know that. The key to being a leader is making decisions. I've made all of my decisions for the next 4 years. Want to know what I'm having for breakfast next April 22nd?
Look, I love Lindsay, but I'm not sure if I want to put all my eggs into that basket. 2 heads are better than 1, but 3 heads are better than 2. And any head is probably better than Lindsay's.
I really should have brought Bath. At least we'd have something to say to each other. But it was a good strategistical, logical move, because it messed with Courtney's head.
This is not fair!
How can I be mad at Lindsay? Watching Courtney be jealous was the best! Especially when she tried to pretend she didn't care.
Who cares? Not me! I couldn't care less. Not if I tried to care less. I do not care.
Rock and roll biopic? Normally I would have been stoked, but I had a rockin' headache from Lindsay Palooza last night.
I didn't really file a lawsuit. I'm back because my mom spent 50,000 bucks we don't have, but kind of put the family in a big hole. So Chris offered me 50 big ones to come back and stir up the doo-doo. I don't want to cause any trouble because Lindsay and Beth and Duncan and Harold are my friends. Oh, and Courtney's okay, I guess.
I used to play in an all-girl rock band at school called the A-Type Psychotic Crazies. Unfortunately, we broke up before our first gig. Apparently, you can't start a band with 5 leads and no backup.
Too bad this isn't a real backstage pass. Looks the part. All access membership, buff and tone spa.
Yeah, I'm gonna be needing that.
Ugh, did you see that swag? Only thing missing was a barf bag with Chris's face on it. Ew! Gross! I hate losing. So when Lindsay had won, it took all my years of studying transcendental meditation to keep it together.
3, 4, 5! 5 pennies! Only 5,994,000 more and I'll pay off the cheese seller, which will get me out of doing duty. How am I gonna betray my own friends? 6 pennies! Oh, wait, and a peanut! Oh, this day just keeps getting better and better.
That was totally scary. I saw my life flash in front of my eyes. It looked a lot like Owen's butt.
Nothing sharpens my dog collar more than a girl with a ton of attitude.
My meditation teacher would have been so proud.
Okay, I know I'm supposed to be stirring up the doo-doo, but I just got here. I haven't even had a chance to put my drawers in my drawers yet. Look! Ew, hello, Mr. Dirty Pile.
It was selfish and thoughtless of Lindsay to leave so close to the finals. Now there's 3 guys and only 2 girls. I'm basically being forced to form an alliance with Beth.
I've fallen for enough fake friendships to know better. They lure you in with the promise of chocolate, and before you know it, you're jacked up on cocoa butter doing all their science homework. Never again!
She even looks like Lashana. See? Same soft eyes, same hard shell, same lusciously rounded booty. They could be twins.
Chris wants me to spy on the two teams and pick one to sabotage, which bites. I only agreed to be a mole because they offered me enough cash to pay off my mom's debt on that cheese seller. And I hate being so sneaky and underpanted, but getting out of challenges rules.
It's about time the nerdling learned how to fight, and I'm more than happy to teach him. Of course, the best way to learn how to throw a punch is to get punched. Repeatedly. How was I supposed to know the bees would swarm him? It was supposed to be like a lesson from Muhammad Ali, right? Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
If Owen is willing to help, maybe he'll join my alliance with Beth. You know, once Beth says yes. Oh, why won't she say yes?
Chef Sword gave my nose hairs a wicked trim. Sweet, huh?
Hey, this is what she gets for trying to manipulate me into forming an alliance. Two can play that game.
Look, I'll do anything to make this alliance happen. Of course I know Beth's trying to counter-manipulate me. But that's okay, because I'm counter-manipulating her. It's called a countertop. Hello.
Not cool. Maybe I filled Duncan's mattress with rocks, and maybe I didn't. But yeah, I totally did.
I think splitting off from the guys and forming a girl alliance with Courtney is really paying off. I mean, you heard her, right? She called me a genius.
Ever since Chris brought me back to cause mischief and stir up trouble for cash, I feel like I'm living a lie. Well, because I am. Sabotaging my friends makes me feel so dirty. But my family needs the money. Anxiety gas.
When I was head of the school debating team, my partner walked out on me during the biggest debate of the year because she felt I wasn't being a team player. I went on to win it without her. Take that, Brittany Reed. This photo is a reminder. If you want something done right, you do it yourself.
If it was lime green, then maybe Courtney would have a point. But this is cherry, and everyone knows that cherry is the flavor of love.
As if I'm going to play second fiddle to a tarantula. Ugh! I hate that gross, hairy creature. And his pet spider, too.
OMG! Harold is so crushing on me. That's the power of a ring on the finger. All guys want what they know they can't have.
Oh, I'm evil. Evil!
I'm going last, so I can watch the others try the challenge and fail. That way, I can learn from their mistakes. Mama didn't raise no sucker.
This is exactly what I tried to warn Courtney about. But would she listen? No! And now we're both in trouble. Our girl alliance is off to a very shaky start. Am I doing the right thing? I thought I was, but now that I see the pain I'm putting Harold through, I just don't know anymore. He's like a little lovesick puppy. It's kind of pathetic, but in an endearing way.
If I was the last man alive in space, and Beth was the last woman, then maybe we'd have a chance. But here on Earth? Please! Think about how disappointed Lashana and Heather would be. I just can't do that to the ladies.
Yeah, anywhere but here. Now maybe Duncan will focus on someone with slightly less hairy legs. Me!
Yeah, I'm pretty broken up, but in a way I'm relieved too. It's not always easy knowing the cute little creature lying next to you at night could suddenly kill you in your sleep. Well, I guess I won't need to sleep with a baseball bat under my pillow anymore.
I'm not cut out for a life of crime. The guilt is eating away at me faster than the chili through my stomach lining. I'd quit, but I need the cheddar. Someone's gotta pay for all that family cheese. Hey, I'm no math whiz, but I'm pretty sure that one small space times chili farts to the power of 10 equals do not enter at all costs.
If I can take the plunge and say yes to Brady, then surely I have the strength of will needed to climb into a vomit-coated spacesuit and get hurled around like a rag doll for 5 minutes. They're practically the same thing, right? Brady and I were never meant to be. I'd return the ring, but...
As usual, I'm better off on my own. There's no team in I, So from now on, it's the Courtney Alliance. And I'm in it to win it.
Math never lies, but apparently Owen the traitor does. Hiya!
Courtney wrote me a 32-page letter outlining all my faults and how to correct them if we're ever gonna have a serious relationship. All of which she expects me to memorize. I think I would have preferred a night of alien probing.
I totally heard every insane word. Well, almost every word. I dozed off around page 9, section 3, paragraph 4. Then again on page 22, section 11, paragraph 8. Poor Duncan.
You try coming up with 26 movie genres. It was either Animal Buddy or Guy in a Coma movies.
I've always shared a bond with nature's creatures. When I was a kid, I made friends with the rats in our attic. It was like Cinderella. Actually, it makes perfect sense. Those two are made for each other. The only difference is one would eat you alive in a heartbeat, and the other's a shark.
Hey, I like Courtney, I really do, but I also like a million big ones. Best case scenario, I win the money and the girl. But if it comes down to it, I need the money more than I need some high-maintenance chick with a superiority complex. Don't tell her I said that, okay?
When Chris first offered me money to sabotage the other cast members, I didn't handle it very well. Now I kinda dig it. As long as I mess with everyone equally, it's not like I'm giving anybody the advantage.
I've been dealing with an entire team of top-notch lawyers. I'm not about to be intimidated by a glorified dolphin.
As a reward for messing with the rest of the cast, Chris gave me this to help me get back to the lot. Which means a ticket to the final 3.
That PDA is my only contact with the outside world. Without it, I'd be on level ground with the others, and that cannot happen. This girl plays to win.
In my experience, there is no problem in the world that can't be solved by excessive eating. I learned a lot today. 1, never eat wild berries without knowing if they're poisonous. 2, explosive diarrhea is not a recommended outdoor activity. And 3, you're gonna want to stay out of those woods for a while. A long while.
The two of us work so well together because our friendship is based on mutual respect. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yes, mutual respect. That's the key to any healthy relationship.
I'm actually glad they found out that I'm the producer's mole. Now I can go back to being myself. Although, on the way here, I short-sheeted Beth's bed, cleaned a toilet with Duncan's toothbrush, and filled the salt shakers with onion powder. What can I say? It's hard going cold turkey.
Court's popularity's in the toilet. I can't have her dragging me down. But the real reason, a 32-page letter. And people call me psycho.
Somebody has to win, right? I guess it might as well be me. To be nice, I could share the prize with Lindsay, or with Brady, my totally real boyfriend. He already likes me heaps, but $1 million never hurt a girl's attractiveness. So maybe that wasn't super nice of me. Looks like I might have one cutthroat bone in my body. Just one of those teensy-weensy ones in your ear. Let's call it my cutthroat cochlea.
Finally! I may not file away everybody's stupid details all the time, but I do know a thing or two about Courtney. Because she insisted.
Perfect! The one person I didn't like enough to learn everything about.
You're not seeing it. I refuse to be predictable.
I really hate to have to choose, but I had to vote for Beth. She wins for being so gentle. And there's not enough gentle millionaires out there.
I vote for Duncan for being such a healthy eater. And because he still feels like one of the guys. I think I maybe had one fiber-rich scoop too many in my psyllium blendy this morning.
Once again, this show cheaps out on production. How much can a decent pen cost? Oh, come on! Looks like I'm back for another season, and I'll be keeping a much closer eye on Gwen. So not trusting that boyfriend stealer.
Get your hands off of me!
I thought we could form an alliance. Check it. What? Lashana.
OMG. This is my first confessional ever. I am so excited. I never thought I would be on Total Drama, my favorite show in the world. Talking to all my favorite TV stars is so fab. Now I will finally put to rest all those Cody block questions, like how many freckles does he have on his back? What kind of deodorant does he use? How many times does Cody sleep facing west? And what song does he sing in the shower? Ooh, ooh, oh my. That last question will definitely be a 6-month analysis. Oh yeah.
Ho, ho, homies, get in focus and take notice. I'm what is, oh yeah, that's showbiz.
I miss you already, Jeff. Wait for me, Shmoopy Boo. I'm gonna win it for both of us.
You know what they say. Third time lucky. This could be my season.
Hey, I'm game. Bring it, Chris.
Watch out, Total Drama nerds. The new guy is going all the way to the top.
Don't you worry, Mama. I'm gonna win this one and buy you a big old house and maybe a new bus.
Pancake!
I can't wait to find out where we're going first. 23% of my bloggers say we're going to India. And 10% say that Chris is lying to us and that he's actually going to film us in an old bomb shelter. As if. I'm a third-generation Chris McLean scholar. Okay, I could tell if he was lying to us by his vocal pitch and body language. Only someone who has an extensive knowledge of Total Drama could catch that. BTW, did you know Chris wears 32 by 31 pants and only buys them at Strutty's Pants and Jewelers? He also has 3 dogs named Banjo, Todd, and...